Hi, my name is Daniel. Welcome to Just One Truth. Farf, Lewis, Daisy, thanks for your comments. If nothing else, it's us here, huh? You know what? That's fine. I'm not trying to build the channel. I'm just trying to tell a story. This is for the person that needs it. I don't think it's worth anything to the world. It's not. We all know that. So, okay. And we all share this story. Probably more than we consciously know. And that's why we're together here. Okay. Everyone else, welcome. This is, I'm going to call it part 3. It's pretty impromptu. But I started a playlist called Campfire Talks. And I just started with, is there a God? And then, what does it mean to awaken? And then decided, boy, I'll just do some short videos on that, kind of outlining briefly along the way what, in my opinion, no, in my experience, because I took this path. In my experience is the path that is the right path. Let me caveat that. The path is inside each person. I don't see your path. I can't take your path. Same for everybody else. There is no leader. There's somebody that points. It's up to everybody else to go and figure things out. That's what we're doing here. Nobody's in charge. We have to look at this and go, oh my God, do I want to make that trek? And we've done that. We've waken up now and get to the point where you realize, okay, it's me. In spiritual teachings, there is this idea of passing through a narrow gate or renting a curtain, tearing a curtain that exists between a place called the Holy and a place called the Holy of Holies. Those are Christian and Hebrew teachings. There are ideas of Rumi, who is standing on the lip of insanity. I imagine him screaming and yelling, life, what the hell? And he realizes he's on the inside. He's pounding on the door, and he just has to turn around. This teaching is old, very old. We're just looking at it and going, oh my God, they're talking about the mind. They didn't know what it was. That's the part we've been missing, maybe in full understanding and realizing that it's about a brain function and a mind function, something that they thought was a soul function. All of that having been said, that's where we are. We're standing at that doorway now. We've woken up and we're ready to go inside. What's in there? What do we need? That's what I didn't know. This is what I get to tell you. Hey, here's what I experienced, but you'll have to see it for yourself. I'll just tell you what I experienced. What eventually you find out is that inside of you are ghosts, demons, skeletons, creatures, things that want to tear you up. And those are metaphors for the molestation, the anger, the hatred, the shame, the judgment against those people that you carry inside. Those are your monsters. And you got to face those. You have to deal with them. And you need some tools to do that. You need some understanding. I did. There's a lot of people in life that told me, dude, you get too overboard with this stuff. And I realized that it was just that way for me. I needed to understand, there's that point where you hear you need to forgive who hurt you, and you think, bull, why should I let them off the hook? I'm the one hurting. How do you fix me? And they tell you forgiving them is how you fix you, and you think, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Not until you turn inward and you realize that what you hold in your mind and you hold in your thoughts may have had a point of origin that is viable. But you have to go back and re-examine it and turn it into something that's different. You have to look at the situation. You have to look at the event until the pain and the judgment and the hurt is gone. That changes the way it resides. And that was something that I went, okay, I can do that. That makes sense to me. That's why I had to go overboard. And if it's overboard for you, yeah, you're not listening to it anyway. But if it's what you need, it's like, oh, there's a reason for it. And that also made it so that I understood that when I was going through this process and I hurt, that I wanted to cry, and I did. And I screamed and yelled. And I swore at everybody in the world. I went through a lot of turmoil doing this. And it seemed like for me, in my experience, that was normal. That may not be for everybody. That may not be what you go through. That was just my experience. I can remember what seemed like, in retrospect, long periods of time where I was thinking to myself as I'm feeling incredibly bad, depressed, sometimes close to suicidal, really feeling horribly bad. And telling myself, okay, you understand now. There's a chemical reaction going on in your body from the different glands based on the confusion and the conflict that you're holding mentally that you need to resolve and weed all of that out. And once that's done, the chemical properties will change and your feelings will, yeah. I had to get that crazy with it, or I wouldn't have gotten where I did. It doesn't matter how you get in. You might get in smoother than that. But what's there is still there. It's the things that we hold that we need to clear out. And there are people that are born that don't have those things. They don't even have to worry about that stuff. We're here because we're not that people. We want to be that people. We're in one place and we see somebody else. We start out in life very unhappy and very sad, but we look around and we see people that are very happy and loving and joyous, and we think, how do I get from here to there? That's what we're trying to do. Just find happiness for ourselves. So when we go in, those are the things we're going to face. It's the stuff that we have accumulated in life. Those are your metaphoric demons. They didn't know that stuff was stored in us. They saw it acting out. They didn't know where it came from. They were not liars. They were explaining what they saw the best possible way they could, and they were dead on. We just have to update it. They knew what they were talking about, but then they nested it. They made it kind of pretty metaphoric. So we have to decode it. As we get inside, we'll go through that. Jesus says to clean the inside of the cup. All these things about getting in and entering in and going in, that's where we are. We're ready to walk in that door. Or, no, I can't say that. If you're ready to walk in that door, grab your bag of tools. Face what's there. Look at it. You're not going to like it. It's scary. It'll make you go through things. There are people in life that don't have to do this. They have a different kind of a brain. Somehow they have the capacity to just surrender. I give it over to a higher power. And a lot of people can do that. How come we can't? We're not that person. We have to go pull out every damn thing that hurts. We can't just turn away from it and let it be. Yeah, little stuff we can, but the big stuff, we got to go after it. Anyway, all right. I don't know what else to say here. I just wanted to do that as a prep. Why don't we do this? This was impromptu. I didn't have this planned. I just made a short video because I've been doing those, decoding videos, and those are, God, they're very long. They're time consuming. I type all those panels. You know what? I'm not good at this. I type with 2 fingers. Those take me forever to make. If I could just talk, if people could ask me questions, I could probably flow it pretty fast. Anyway, well, that's it for this video. Thanks again, guys. I'll leave it there, and we'll go back and look at some things inside. This knowledge has been there forever. I didn't find it. I just found somebody pointing, and so I'm pointing. And thousands of people before us and after us are going to be doing that. So, yeah, jump on board. Let's do it. Love one another. See you next video.